Hi guys, welcome back to another pick a card. So in this pick a card, I'm going to do, I think, a few to do with like work, business, career, that kind of thing. And this one was suggested by one of my awesome clients, Manzi, so thanks so much for this. And the question is going to be, 1 minute, let me just get it. The question is, one sec, it is, what your spirit guides want you to know about your current workplace / business. Because I know obviously some of you will work for people and some of you will have your own businesses. So it's all the same thing. It's basically what your spirit guides want you to know about that. So we're going to do 4 piles for this one. So as always, just feel into which is the one for you. And maybe you have kind of multiple things and maybe you need to mix and match. I don't know, just trust your intuition. So this is message number 1. For what your spirit guides want to tell you about your workplace / business. This is message number 2. This is message number 3. And this is message number 4. Cool, so we will just go straight on to message number 1. Hi guys, so this is for everybody that chose message number 1, for what your spirit guides want you to know about your current workplace / business. So, instantly with this, I'm mainly not going to channel because I want to try and keep these kind of short and pull the cards up. But one thing I instantly just got was there's 2 sides to what's going on currently, or what you need to know to do with your business and workplace. So let me just take all the tarot out first. We're not going to read reversed. Okay. And these ones. Oh, and also, if I'm really honest with you, I also, because I should just say exactly what I'm getting, I do also feel like I'm getting this feeling that there's 2 sides to obviously what's going on, or 2 things that you need to be mindful of. And actually one of them does have a little bit of a pothole in it, a kind of a booby trap, and then the other one has a lot more just like light movement, happiness, etc. So we'll see what this is about. So I'm just being guided to do it where this one is kind of the pothole way and this one is the sort of light happiness type way. So we'll see what's what. Cool, so we have 10 of Wands, beginning with your reading. 10 of Wands. Oh wow, then we have the Magician. Always love the Magician. And then we have King of Swords. Wow, okay. So already quite a lot of masculine energy. So I do feel like you need to know that you need to be getting on with some action. And then we have Queen of Cups. I totally love this deck. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then we have Muse of Voices. So I think that's sort of like the Page of Voices. Page of Swords. And then here on the side of the pothole, we have Magic. With these, I'm just going to go totally intuitively with them, with like the pictures and stuff. That is an amazing picture. I love it. And then on the other side of the lighter one, we have Force. Oh wow, again, a beautiful picture. So like I say, I'm just really using these pictures as like a channel. I use them to help channel rather than the words. Cool, right, so just give me a moment while I feel into all of this. Okay, so okay, right, so you know how I said there's kind of 2 sides to this, and there's kind of a side which is more, it's more like got a pothole. It's not necessarily, or it's got a booby trap. Not that it's necessarily, it doesn't mean it's bad or it's good or it's right or it's wrong. It just means it's a different pathway if you go into that journey. And I'm hearing very specifically, you're going to have very specific emotions that will come up if you go down that journey, or if you go with the situation or scenario, the direction that's got this pothole in. And then I'm also hearing that if you go the way to do with more of the lighter, smoother path, all that's going to happen is, again, it's not really like it's right or it's wrong or it's good or it's bad or anything like that. It's just that there's going to be a lot of movement and things are going to happen very, very quickly. And you're going to have to, you're going to have to be really quite dynamic. And it's also really important that you're working in a very collaborative manner. So that's the two differences currently that's going off with that. But now, like on the more general thing, what it is your spirit guides want you to know is that essentially you are in a really powerful position, whether you realize it or not. So whatever is going off in your workplace or in your business, you are in a point of power. And it's, I do feel like a lot of you have also, there's whatever is going currently off in your workplace and your business, because it's different for all of you, it is really, really important that you want to think about what's happened in the past. There's something about this situation or scenario that's either reoccurred before, or even if it appears very different, if you break it down, it's actually very similar to something that you've experienced before in a workplace, in your business. You have past experience to do with this, and you also have integrated emotional intelligence to do with whatever is currently going off. So it's not that I feel like there's necessarily decisions that need to be made right now. That's not what I'm hearing. Because it kind of feels like with the King of Swords and the Magician, you're already in a place of clarity, and essentially you do already know, you already have all the information that you need to make a decision that's going to be correct for you and that's going to help you move forward. It just feels like you might just be lacking in a certain amount of confidence, because I think, because you came out with the 10 of Wands instantly, there's just a lot of intense energy going off with whatever is going off in your workplace or within your business currently. And it also could feel a little bit like, it could feel like for some of you it feels like burnout, for some of you it feels like exhaustion, for some of you it feels like overwhelmment, but also for some of you it just feels like it's kind of like you are, well actually for all of you it feels this way. No matter how you might be feeling about what's going off and the intensity of it, all of you are in exactly the right direction that you need to go with this, and you do have all of the information that you need. You don't need to look for any more answers. There isn't anything that you're not aware of that you need to be aware of. I think that's really important, and a big part of how you can make and like I said, there is a lot of clarity with the Magician and the King of Swords. You already have that. But I think if any of you are watching this video, clearly you're wanting some guidance on something. And I think the main thing is that essentially there's two different pathways to go. One, there's going to be a huge amount of momentum and things are going to move forward quickly. But for that, you need to be very collaborative. So with whatever situation that you're currently in, collaboration is the way to go forward if you want to go in that smoother pathway. And things will move quickly. So because things will move quickly, but you're probably already at a place or have been at a place of feeling quite overwhelmed in some way, or you've put a huge amount of energy into something, it is also really important that your guides want you to know you do need to make sure you're getting in a little bit of rest and a little bit of downtime. Because if you're going to go on this smoother pathway, the collaborative way, like I say, it's also quite dynamic, and it's going to require you to be on it and to be really clear and to make choices quickly and fast, and kind of not to overthink, but very much almost be guided by instinct. I'm getting this feeling like there's a lot of being guided by instinct that's important. And I'm also hearing that in your workplace or in your business, whatever it might be, there is, how would I say it, like the group mentality, the group energy is correct. So whatever all of your work colleagues, whatever is the consensus between your work colleagues or your employees, that is actually correct. Like the group energy has got the situation correct. And I think that's something really important for you to know about. And actually that stands whether you go down the pathway that's a bit more of a pothole or you go down the smoother pathway. The group energy, the collective energy is correct. You know, sometimes when the group energy is so off-piste, it's like insane. And it's like in, Far From the Maddening Crowd, when all of those sheep just run after each other and run off the cliff. You know, and there's sometimes those scenarios going off. That is not at all what's going off. This is very much about the group energy being correct. And I think that's something really important for you to be mindful of, whichever pathway you're actually going to choose. And then the other thing that we wanted to say, oh damn, it's gone, but it's really important. yeah, just that you need to find a way to have a little bit of rest and downtime. You have to find a way to bring in a little bit of feminine energy. So a bit of relaxation, maybe a bit of an enjoyment, a bit of pleasure, a bit of something that makes you feel emotionally peaceful. I'm getting that. It's really important. You need to engage in a few things, particularly outside of work, outside of your business, which are peaceful. And you've got to bring in that feminine energy. Because work scenario or whatever is going on in the workplace, whatever is going on in your business is pretty intense. So you must find that place. Also for me, the Queen of Cups is very much kind of like a family card as well. A family card. It's like it's like having connections with people that you feel love and peace and that kind of energy with. And obviously that can be friends, it can be family, it can be a partner. To be honest, it could be a pet like little Roops. Shout out to my favourite little Pomeranian. It's just something like that. It's just bringing that energy in because there is a lot going off, and that is really important. And in order to make sure that you can keep making these really good decisions, and I am sort of feeling like it's not so much that your intuition needs to be on point, but very much like you need to be able to keep making good decisions and keep making good decisions quite quickly. Now as well, just going back onto the second pathway, because this reading's slightly more complicated, is if you decide to go into a pathway, or you find yourself going into your workplace or business and it's becoming like a rocky patch and there's something going on which is draining in some way or tiring, or it's making you overthink in some kind of scenario, then that leads me to believe you're coming down this pathway a bit more. This one here. And again, the important thing about this is your spirit guides want you to know that whatever is going on in your workplace and in business, this same thing, this same energy, the baseline energy of what's going on has happened to you before, and for some of you multiple times, and you do have the emotional intelligence about how to handle this in a new way. But I'm not even hearing that it's so much that you need to take a different action from before, but it's how you emotionally engage with it needs to be different. And if you emotionally engage with it differently, then it's going to help you get where you need to go, and it's going to help you get the clarity that you need about any decisions that are coming forward. So that's really what I'm feeling instantly with all of this. Now I'm just going to pull a couple more oracle. Like I say, really these readings, I just want them to be little short insights, and I'm going to do a range of different videos around this kind of thing, so you can get a collection basically of what's going on for you. So this one and this one. Whoop. Just one more. Okay, let's see. So we have, oh wow, I love these cards, I think they're really cool. So we have Bill Gates. Oh, so we could all use a little help processing. Compatibility is no competition. Charity. Okay. I know Bill Gates is kind of a person where lots of people have different opinions on him. Then we have food. Then we have take inspired action, full moon in Virgo. And then we have, oh wow, Aquarius. Okay, so instantly, to be honest, all this is really doing is just confirming. I think this must be a really important message that your guides want you to get, because it's coming out in multiple different ways. It's really, really important to be collaborating with whatever is going off with your work and your business. So maybe if it's your own business, you're needing a little bit of expertise from somebody. I think you're going to get this expertise online, by the way. It's something that you'll find in that way, or the information that you require is online. Now, I know that is so freaking general because most information is online, but also you see you've got Aquarius card here as well. So Aquarius is very much this kind of internet energy. But what I would also say is it's going to probably be important where I'm not in any way going to say that Bill Gates is a philanthropist, or I can never say that word, sorry. But let's just go with just the energy that's coming through here, particularly with Aquarius, and it's underneath him here, and it's saying about charity here. I do think there's something really important about, you finding a way to make sure that you are giving the right amount and you're giving in the correct way. And the way that you are giving at work, you're very clear and upfront and honest about your intentions and motivations. So if you're the business owner, maybe you're being really clear with staff exactly what it is you want them to do and why you need them to do it that way. It's like they need to understand that so they can get the group mentality and get things going properly. If you're an employee somewhere, again, I think it's really, really important that you are upfront with all your colleagues about how you're feeling or how you're thinking about a certain situation, and that you are able to just be really, really clear, be very, very clear. Again, Magician, the King of Swords, be very, very clear with your communication. I think that this is also really important, because I think on some level there is also a way that things could be misinterpreted. Maybe yourself or somebody at work or whatever could be very much misinterpreted, and it's not about whether they are let's put it this way, people are good and bad and everything in between, and we all are, and I am and you are, and that's all fine. But the thing is, in this scenario, you might be thinking that somebody has motives which are not ideal, and actually that I think there could be a misinterpretation with that, because I feel like the overall undercurrent is that things are good, things are going well, there isn't any problem, and if you do feel there's a problem, it's just a slight misinterpretation about something. That's really what I'm getting there. But there's so much about collaboration with like the food and this card, and then Aquarius energy, and then obviously Queen of Cups, she'll collaborate, she always wants to be with others. So I just think it's really important to take that on point. And then also take inspired action, full moon Virgo. This, I don't actually feel is so much action, but it's more like this concept of integration. I know I mentioned the thing about emotional intelligence, and you've integrated emotions that you needed previously to help you understand this situation. And also here, we could all use a little help processing. For me, it just feels like it's important to work out what's useful and what isn't useful about what's currently going on. And you need to kind of decode it a little bit. That's the thing. You need to decode what's going off at work and in your business a little bit. And I do think thinking about it is useful right now. Not overthinking, but just really just taking a moment to just see, how does this relate to the past with you? And where does it relate to where you want to go? What is the group energy saying? Because that group energy is very powerful at the moment, and it does understand the undercurrents of what's going off. And that's really everything that you need to know for now. Now, I just want to pull one more card. This is just for you to use your own intuition. So let's just see. Which card you get? Oh, nice. I love this one. So if you need to, obviously pause the video so you can just stare at that card, or do whatever you need to do with your intuition. And also maybe you want to Google about the koi fish power animal, because I think that will have a useful, interesting message for you. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. It's just quick, short and sharp, and I will speak to you soon. Bye. Hi guys, so this is for everybody that chose message number 2 for what your spirit guides want you to know about your current workplace or business. So I'm just going to try and go straight in. I'm not actually going to say a single thing until I've got all the cards out for you guys. So here we go. We're not going to read anything reversed, but I'm going to turn them over as we go. Oh wow, amazing. So we start the reading with the Sun card, the Sun energy. I particularly love the Sun energy in this deck. I think it's so cool. Oh wow, 2 hidden. Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Matches. Okay, I mean, we're straight off the bat here with the Sun, the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. I mean, so your spirit guides instantly want you to know everything is going amazing for you in the workplace. So with your workplace, with your business, and even if you don't feel like it is, you've got to, it absolutely either is and you're not seeing it, or it's on its way super quick, because this is so super clear with all of those cards there. So So there's a lot of success of something with the Six of Wands. With the Three of Cups, I feel like it's a very like enjoyable energy at work. You can enjoy yourself. There's lots of connection. Everybody's getting on well. And with the Sun, I think this can mean many things, but in this one, I always think it just feels like a holiday. It just feels like a holiday. So also for some of you, it might be useful that you consider still making time to go away. That's probably important. But if I'm really honest with you, more it just feels like to me like this is just a really good place that you're currently in or going into to do with your workplace and your business. And then we have the Chariot. Okay. And then we have the Muse of Emotions. So that's like the Page of Emotions, I think. And Page of Cups. And then we have Queen of Inspiration. Yeah, I mean, I really feel like you guys are killing it right now to do with work and business. Like things are going really, really well. I also feel like, you know, if you get any intuitive feelings or guidance, like go with it. Both of these people with their eyes shut, just like they're able to absorb so much of what's going on. And I also think this card is particularly deeply spiritual with the Three Pyramids. It kind of reminds me of The Alchemist, the book, a little bit. So it feels as well like your guys want you to know that whatever is happening in your workplace or in your business, it's very much, this has got something, and this doesn't seem much to do with money and work, but it's very much something about a soul calling. It's about a spiritual path for you. It's about, it's something that's you're on the pathway to a lot of freedom in whatever way that is, whether it's financial freedom, whether it's some kind of emotional freedom, mental freedom, I don't know. But it just kind of feels like your guys just want you to know that just everything is going in a great direction. And particularly for those of you that maybe feel like it's currently not at the moment, it is so on its way, because so far 6 cards and all of them are incredibly positive and kind of energizing and super warm. Particularly these energies here, they're so warm. Even look at the colors. It just feels like that you can relax, you can step back, you can enjoy yourself. Like maybe you have achieved an insight or a position or a contract or something, whatever it is, you know what, just enjoy it, like relax, like go with the flow. You know, there isn't a need to, sometimes I guess we're always like push, or we don't really evaluate what we've done and how great we've done. But it really does feel like, yeah, just recognize that you're doing amazing, you've done amazing, and something of some real success has been achieved, or you're very, very close to it. That's just really straightforward. Which is the most straightforward reading that I've done. I guess sometimes this is all you really need to know. But anyway, let's just pull a couple more, see if you can get anything more that your spirit guides want you to know about your current workplace business. So we have Commitment card. I'm just gonna sort of intuitively read these. And then we also have Destiny. Yeah, you know, this is what I was saying, like when I was saying about it feels a bit like the Alchemist kind of energy, like you're on the pathway and this is something deeply connected to your soul purpose and your soul path. We've got a pathway there, Destiny here. That also reminds me of the Paths to Fortune. You see that little circle thing there? I don't know if I can get it, focus on it there. That reminds me of your Paths to Fortune. So maybe what you want to do is get your birth chart up and check out where your Paths to Fortune is. What house is it in? What sign is it in? What aspects does it have to it? Because I feel like that might also just give you a little bit more insight about what's currently going off right now. And for any of you random people that may have done this, probably not, but I'm just going to say it. If you have a business and you know exactly the day that you set up the business, it means that the business has its own birth chart, it has its own energy, and it can be super insightful and useful, because essentially a business becomes a consciousness all of its own, even though you might be the leader of it or the CEO of it. So again, if you do know that, you can have a look at its birth chart and again see where your business Paths to Fortune is. And let's go out there and be a little bit different. Even if you work for a company, if you know exactly the day and the year that company was set up at, you could then just choose, I suppose you need to know the time, but I would just go with the time that the company opens on that day. Like, does it start work at 8, 9, 10, whatever? I'd use that as the time. And then again, you'll see the energy of the company that you work for. And again, you can see where the Paths to Fortune is. Just a little random thing that you could try. Now I just want to pull a couple more. This, by the way, is very different to the other reading. I love it when that happens though. It's so nice to channel for just completely different energies, like one after the next after the next. So I'd be interested to see which person you get out on this one. Okay, so let's have a look. Just one sec. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. I love Capricorn energy. Both my parents are Capricorn and they are amazing. Let's just see. Oh wow, then we have Psyche. So one of the asteroids. And then we have, oh interesting, Doctors. And then we have, okay, so I don't know who this person is and I can't quite say the name, but it says here, sign your name on the dotted curve. The numbers must add up to artwork. Move forward and the world will catch up. Oh, so let me just feel into this. 1 second. So I'm really getting pulled to this bit here. Move forward and the world will catch up. I do feel like if you have, basically right now, you, wherever you're at to do with your work or your business or whatever, you are actually in a really good place. Some of you might be aware of that, some of you might not be, but generally you really, really are. Now, because you're in a really good place within your workspace, or within your business, it actually is amplifying your own energy field currently, which is giving you more almost like positive energy, inspiration, something like that. And if any of you have got some a new thing you wanted to run through your company, or you wanted to go run through your business, or a new way that you wanted to expand, or a new way that you wanted to diversify, then it's a really positive sign to go ahead and do that. That's one thing that I'm really getting here. It's kind of like you're currently able to see things in a slightly new way, a slightly different light, and that new light and that new perspective could be is gonna have more momentum if you start to actualize that idea now than if you leave it off for a little while. And that's just purely because the energy currently around you is so good. So you might as well use that energy and use it to kind of elevate you in another area of this area of your life, i.e. within your workplace or your business. Now, obviously, if you're somebody that's an employee, again, I think that you've got a certain way of seeing something, or you've got a new idea of how to work a solution or enhance something that you've already got, or the company's already got. And it is a really great time to share that idea with one of your superiors, whoever they are, because again, you've got this really great energy around you. I do also feel like if you have, this works for both actually, if you are an employee, then I do really feel like your supervisors or the people ahead of you see you in a great light right now. There's conversations going on behind your back that are super positive, and it's like you're really being recognized for something, but it's maybe you're not aware of it yet because it's going off behind the scenes. But just know that that's going off, so you actually have leverage with these people that have more responsibilities around you right now, because they're seeing you in such a good light. So it's a great time to utilize that energy to help increase your position in some way. Equally, if you're a business owner, again, you just really want to know that your employees, the people that work for you, talk about you behind your back, clearly. Because this is what human people do. We just chat about stuff, but it's all really positive, and they really, a lot of people, majority of people are so happy working for you right now, and the collective energy within your business is a really healthy, good one. So again, you can use this. You just know that this is going on to best understand how you could use that to enhance things further, because right now your employees see you in such a great light. So that's one thing that's really, really coming through with all of this. And this is what I'm really getting with this randomly, because these are like this dream energy card thing. And because they're dream interpretations, they're never quite what they seem. And so even though it looks like a doctor's and stuff, this is why I'm getting that it just feels like there's lots of people kind of watching you right now, or interested to hear your perspective, or interested to know kind of like your gut instincts about something. is kind of what I'm getting here. Like, lots of people want to know, what's your gut instinct about something? Because obviously in business and in your workplace, it's really, really useful. Again, just know, if you're thinking intuitively or have an instinct about someone that's working for you, or someone that you're working with, or your boss, or whatever the dynamic happens to be, your instinct is correct. And that instinct, it almost needs to be heard by some other people for some reason. So take that in whatever way it is kind of relevant to you. And again, that reminds me with this psyche thing, even though this is a different type of thing in astrology, what I'm actually feeling is just really, really trust your intuition. And I remember getting that earlier here was really important, because look at that woman's, I don't know if you can see it, she's got like this thing coming around her third eye, and there's a star on this person's third eye here as well. I don't know if you can see it. So again, I think it's really important that you are trusting your intuition, but also trusting your instincts. I feel like this is really important. And if you think something is not going, what is wrong at the moment, now is the time to quickly sort it out as well. Definitely now is the time. It's basically not getting all your ducks in the row, but it's like ironing out any creases. It's a great time to do it now, because on the whole, the energy isn't too reactive for you at the workplace or in your business. So again, you can use that for some leverage. So this is kind of what I'm feeling with a lot of these. And again, you know, unleash your kindest self, the Capricorn energy. Just with Capricorn, first quarter moon, so it means there's momentum. It means it's a good time to be taking action. And then also with the Capricorn moon, it just means things are quite grounded, things are quite stable. So again, because things are quite stable, everything's working well, people are happy. Now is the time to maybe this bit, move forward and the world will catch up. You can bring in a bit of innovation right now, and it will easily be able to be integrated into what is already working. So that's the main message that I'm hearing for you guys. Now I'm just going to pull one more card. This is for you just to use your own intuition. So let's see. Oh, nice. I love this card. So obviously, if you need to, just pause this video so you can stare at this. But yeah, I think this all sounds awesome. So remember, there's a lot of amazing energy right now, so use it, totally use it. That's ultimately the big main message that's going on. Awesome. So I hope to speak to you guys soon. Bye. Hi guys, so this is for everybody that chose message number 3 for what your spirit guides want you to know about your current workplace or business. So let's go straight in. So what I instantly hear with this is there is quite a unique opportunity that is either gonna present itself or has already presented itself, but I feel like you needed a keen eye to spot it because it wasn't exactly super obvious. So if you're looking for something to do with this, it's something which isn't exactly obvious. It doesn't necessarily look shiny or exciting, but actually it's kind of like slightly hidden away somewhere. But once you notice it, you'll be able to work with this opportunity, and it's going to become something way bigger than what you might have thought. And it's an important thing to engage with right now. Okay, this is slightly different. Right, let's see what we get. So we're not going to read anything reversed. So we have 8 of Blades, which is 8 of Wands. Oh no, sorry, 8 of Swords. It's 8 of Swords. Ah, right. Okay, so something as well just to know about this is things could be a little bit confusing right now in the workspace. It could seem like there's a problem, but actually there really is just an opportunity. But again, it kind of depends on how you engage with it and how you see it as to whether it becomes a problem or it becomes an opportunity. Then we have the we have the 4 of Vases, so the 4 of Cups. Okay, so also you guys might be having quite a bit of dissatisfaction as well with what's currently going on in your workplace or your business or whatever is going on. It seems like things are a bit of a dead end, that things are going nowhere. But I get the feeling that there is something going on that actually more than meets the eye. There is an opportunity, but it's kind of dressed up in wolf's clothing. But let's just see. Yeah, then we've got the moon. So definitely there could be confusion with this, not seeing things clearly, or things not being very apparent. Because what's going off, what you think is going off isn't actually what's going off. That's what I can definitely feel. Then we have Temperance. Okay, and then we also have, oh wow, 3 of Voices. So that's 3 of Swords. So if you know about tarot, in fact you can even see from the picture, it's quite an intense Sadlo picture. Okay. Right, okay, so you know what, I need clarity on this because I don't want to say something that isn't correct. One sec, let's go. Right, I just want a proper lot of clarity on this, so we're going to go right away. Whenever I need something, if something's not clear and I just need it to be super clear, I always use the right away because it's just like bam, bam, bam. Oh wow, what's that? Okay, so we have Page of Wands just popping out. You see, this is what I'm trying to say. I know that there is something like what I said earlier. There's an opportunity there, but you might not be able to see it currently for a couple of reasons. But one second. Let's just see. Now I also want to know, what is that opportunity? Just a bit more about what's going on. Okay. So what is this opportunity? Okay, Queen of Cups. Wow, again, 4 of Cups. Oh guys, whatever you think is going on, I promise you it is nowhere near as bad or as intense or unhappy as what you might think. But for whatever reason, it's coming across that way. Let's find out what that is. Okay, yeah, so then we have also here, we have 4 of Wands, we have High Priestess, and we have the King of Pentacles. You see, this is what I feel like the opportunity can bring. 4 of Wands, obviously, this is a really positive card. It's a lot of collaboration. It's a lot of forward movement. I did also originally think that this was the 8 of Wands, which is rapid movement, but then it turned out to be the 8 of Swords, which is basically almost like entrapment and stuck. So there's this really interesting thing, and I think with the Temperance here of like, you're partly feeling like you can make this work, an opportunity is there, it's still worth doing something, but the other part of you is like, it's not working, it's failing, this is no good for me anymore, I'm not happy here. I think there's quite a bit of an emotional stagnation is what I'm getting, to do with the workplace or your business and whatever is going on. Let's just find out why that is. I feel like this reading's taking me on a wild goose chase, but obviously this is what you need to hear, so let's just see. So what is this about, this stuck, this entrapment? Okay, 6 of Swords. So it's having to go back to something, I feel. It's having to revisit a situation or a scenario to do with work, or it's having to revisit like a certain way, a certain belief that you have about work or your situation. And it's definitely something where work's not making you feel emotionally fulfilled anymore, or your business is not making you feel emotionally fulfilled anymore. Now, what is this emotional, lack of emotional and fulfillment about? Because that's 4 of Cups twice. What's that all about? Okay, we have the Strength card. This is like holding on. We have the 10 of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So sorry, I just want to be really clear with this. Right, I'm actually just going to call in, because you can be as flexible as you want with psychic stuff. I'm actually just going to ask that a spokes guide for all of your spirit guides comes forward and just tells me exactly what you need to hear, because this is definitely not straightforward. And like I said, I don't want to give you the wrong insight. So just one second. Let me just take a moment. Okay, so this is, I'm just going to say what the guide is saying. We're going to go like that. So this guide is basically saying, okay, so things haven't been clear or straightforward for you about how you feel in particular about your workplace and your business or whatever. And this feels like it's been going on for a little while, and you've also been going to and fro about how to move forward with it. And unfortunately that internal, do I stay, do I don't, do I do something different with the business, or do I carry on like this? Like that to and fro, to and fro, to and fro, because it's not going anywhere. It's been leading to a place of feeling stuck and almost like on loop. Shall I make a change? Shall I not make a change? Make a change, not make a change, make a change, not make a change. You've had the conversation so many times in your head that you've just got to the point of, I just don't know anymore. And now I've kind of confused myself about what I want. And now I truly feel stuck. And now I just feel down and sad about it. But I also feel like this guide is also saying, though, for some of you, though, you're really quite good at like not letting your emotions get away with you too much with work. So it's something where you might end up feeling what's just been said, but then also you have a really good coping strategy. So then you kind of like do the whole thing of like pull yourself together. It's all fine. So then you're fine again for a bit, but then it doesn't take long before that narrative comes back into your head again. What do I do? Stay, go, stay, go. Do I change this? Do I change that? Am I happy with this? Do I want this business? Do I want a new business? How do I do? You know, all of that energy. And then again, you keep getting on loop, and then you keep getting stuck, and then you don't feel good, and all of this kind of thing. And the guide is also saying that change is actually really important for the people that have chosen this path, but it's change in different ways. And obviously, because this is a very much a group energy, I think you're going to have to intuitively feel into what it means for you for change, like what it is that you need to change. Do you need to change jobs? Do you need to change your approach to your job? Do you need to adapt your business in some way? Do you need to also have an additional business? Like, it's all very unique for all of you about how you want to go about this. So what I'm going to do in this moment, the guy's just saying, just pull one card for you guys to interpret yourself. Let me just see, let me get one that will help. One sec. Which one? Yeah, we'll go with this. So this is just for you, and then I'm going to carry on with the reading because it's kind of, like I said, we're going with the flow with this. So intuitively feel into this, what this means for you. Look at the word, how it makes you feel, what it makes you think. Look at the picture, how it makes you feel and how it makes you think. Pause it if you need to. Just going to put that to the side there. So yeah, it really is important for you to be thinking there's some kind of like new beginning that I do feel like needs to occur for you guys that have chosen this pile. And I do feel like, you know, if you have been feeling like emotionally unfulfilled and you feel quite sad, or you just don't feel happy with the direction of what's happening with your workplace or with your business, then the point is you can make whatever changes that you need to get into this situation, which is here, which is Four of Wands, which is a really great energy. The High Priestess, I feel that is like following your own intuition and your guidance. And obviously the King of Pentacles is an amazing one to have to do with business, work, anything like that, because the King of Pentacles really owns his physical reality in that very tangible business type way, work kind of type way. So I want you to know that actually, you guys, want you to know that actually whatever difficulties you have been going through and however you've been particularly feeling, and it does feel like a feeling type of thing, like emotionally unfulfilled, and also feeling a bit stuck and feeling a bit confused about what to do. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do this? Do I do that? The point is, if you just calm it all down, if you just take a little moment to reflect, you are going to understand the way to move forward, because there is an opportunity. I even feel like that opportunity is even currently around you, even though you've not spotted it. Or maybe you've even had the thought about what the opportunity is, but it's just that you need to feel emotionally stable enough to action whatever that opportunity is. Because with the Queen of Cups, particularly in this one here, and this was coming up as the opportunity, so the opportunity that's going on is the Queen of Cups. The opportunity I do feel is, first of all, you're just going to have to get some emotional clarity about what's going on. And the way that you can do that is, I do think you've got to be honest with yourself. If something has been feeling off for a really, really, really long period of time, if you've been feeling emotionally dissatisfied for a really long period of time, then this is just something that it's not actually going to go away. It's going to keep reoccurring. And if you basically have your head stuck in the sand, like this ostrich here, you know, you're just going to be on loop. You're just going to keep coming back. So it's really important that you just know a change needs to be made. A new beginning is ready for you, and it will take you to this great place to do with your business, to do with your career, to do with your workspace. But in order to get there, you absolutely have to go with what you do know deep down inside you need to do. And, you know, you've got to, you know, it's always that same thing, isn't it? You've got to trust yourself. And it's very, very difficult when things are confusing and the path isn't clear to trust yourself. But I do really feel like what is going on for you guys, whether you use your emotions a lot or not, your emotions have the answer for you, because your emotions are stuck right now. It's how you feel about work and your business that is not making it feel great. And therefore, if you can find a way to change how you feel about it, this is when the whole new opportunities are going to come in. And it's okay to feel stuck or dissatisfied with what's ever going on, or that you need to make a change. You guys want you to know that absolutely, yes, a change does need to be made. New beginnings are coming, and they're going to take you into a direction that's going to be incredibly good for you, to do with your business or to do with your wherever you work, whatever that is. But, you know, changes need to be made. And like I say, what those changes are is different for all of you. But first of all, just recognize why it is you're not happy with where you're at, what it is that you don't like, what it is that has been not satisfying you on an emotional level. Like, those emotional needs are really important sometimes, and right now they are really, really important. So you've got to work out what it is that you need to feel emotionally fulfilled with whatever it is that you're doing, and then start to action that. And that's the main message about what I'm hearing about all of this. This was quite a complex reading, but let me just pull a couple more oracle, just to see if there's anything more your guides want you to know about this. Let's just see. But like I say, from the very get-go, I really did feel like there is an opportunity. There's an opportunity. You've either been thinking about it for a long time, or it's going to pop up very soon after you listening to this reading. But either way, there really is an opportunity that's going to come in, or that has come in, that will make you feel a lot better about whatever is going on. Actually, 2 came out, so we'll do that. Let's just see what we have. We have Paul Getty. It says here, freebies don't build trust funds. A true friend splits the bill, even with a billionaire. Frugality in life, generosity thereafter. Interesting. Then we have flying. Oh, I love the colours on this. Then we have first quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. It's funny because I was talking about a bit of trust earlier. And then we have ascendant, and we have Leo. Wow, 2 very assertive, powerful cards. Okay, so obviously Leo energy always follows its heart. You know, it's really, really important, and it needs to feel good. It needs to feel valued. It needs to feel special. And I do think that that is something that you need to take into consideration with whatever is going off. What is it that you need to feel this Leo energy within you, where you feel generous, where you feel open-hearted, where you feel creative, where you feel admired, where you feel appreciated? It's really important that that comes in, because I do think it's really important for you guys right now how the outside world sees you in some way, like how the image that you have about yourself in your workplace, it's almost like that needs to change, or that you want that to change in some way. Like, you don't want to be seen in a certain way, you want to be seen in a new way. And it's really important that you go with that. I do also really feel like that is what the universe is saying is right for you right now, or that your soul is saying is right for you right now. Again, it's this whole thing about a change. And this is the thing, if you felt stuck for quite a while or confused for quite a while, that in itself says a change needs to happen, because whatever is currently going on is not fulfilling enough for you. And you know, this flying card here, I find this interesting, because if you look at the picture of the person, they actually look a little bit scared by it. And I do think you guys want you to know that it's okay to feel a bit vulnerable and exposed and unsure when you're at the point of having to make a big decision about something. But it's really important that you do ultimately make this decision, and you do make a change, because you're becoming and you have become a new person. And it's just that I don't know, it's just that you just need to go with it. You need to go with what you do feel you really need to do, and you don't need to stay stuck or stagnant or in a place of confusion and constantly changing your mind. But you do have to almost be brave enough, because Leo is a very courageous energy as well. You do have to feel brave enough so that you can follow your heart with what you need to do next, which is what is the next direction. And I know sometimes this is a bit of a difficult energy to bring into a workplace or a business, because sometimes following your heart can be quite emotional, it can be unpractical, but I am very much getting that this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen, because this was even the opportunity. When I asked what is the opportunity that's going to help with all of this, it's the Queen of Cups. So again, it's an emotional type of energy, but it is a mature emotional energy. That's the other thing. It's a mature emotional energy. So it doesn't need to be any massive, like, crazy shift all in one. It just needs to be an intelligent action plan about how to move forward to do what it is that you really want to be doing. I think that's what I'm really getting. Now, I'm just confused by this card, so I just want to pull one more. Your reading has definitely not been straightforward, but that's okay. Let's just see. Oh wow, the High Priestess again. Oh, I particularly love this picture of the High Priestess. So just give me 1 minute and let me put this together with these two. What is this saying? I do actually feel like it is important with whatever decision that you're making to do with your business or do with your workplace. I do feel like you need to see more than just the immediate future, is what I'm really getting with that. It's kind of like you need to be practical about what this means for your finances. I think that's just another little side issue that is important, and it's probably one that you're already thinking. And just if for those of you that are thinking of making a change, I do really feel like with this is like don't change until you have secured what you're changing into. So don't really, if you're going to make a big change, don't change anything with what's currently going on until you fully have the other opportunity locked down and sorted. I feel like that's really important. I feel like it's also okay to not let your work or your business or your employees know exactly what you're going through right now. And I do actually feel with the High Priestess coming out twice and the High Priestess going into this future option, keep things to yourself for now. To do with, don't communicate what it is that you're feeling or what it is that you're thinking about doing with your workplace, with colleagues or with your employees or anything like that. First of all, you get certain about what your plan is, get clear on what that emotional pathway needs to be, and then how you will lock down those physical actions. And don't let anybody else know what's going on until you know exactly what's going on. Because it's kind of like, for some reason, I'm getting this feeling like they shouldn't really know where you're at right now, because that will just confuse things and it'll make things more complicated for you. And it could mean that you don't have all of the leverage that you could possibly have in the future, which could be useful. So just keep it all to yourself. Plan it all subtly. Don't let other, even work colleagues that are friends, don't talk through them with this. Talk to friends that are outside of this environment. Keep everything, play poker face at work, in the business. It's business as usual, but in your own time, you're making that plan, you're understanding what to do and how to make changes. I do feel like that's quite a big overall message. And then just one last one for you guys. Sorry, I know this is quite a long reading, but you need it. This is just your intuition for the last little bit. Let's see what you get. I'm not going to say anything, it's just for you guys. Ooh. So pause it if you need to, and maybe check out some other videos for more clarity. But I look forward to reading for you again soon. Bye. Hi guys, this is for everybody that chose message number 4 for what your spirit guides want you to know about your current workplace business. So like I was saying on all the other piles, I'm mainly going to just try and go straight in without saying anything, and I want to do this with you. So let's just pull some out pretty quick. Actually, I'm going to turn them about as we go. So So we start off with the Seven of Swords. And, cute. And the Lovers. Love this card of the Lovers, it's so nice. Okay. So I don't know if this is not about I'm getting resisting making a choice. Then we have Three of Inspiration. And then let's just have one clarifying Seven. Blaze, one clarifying the Lovers. So we have, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something totally about a choice that needs to be made. And the Lovers, Eight of Inspiration. And this choice needs to be made reasonably quickly. So I think your guys want you to know that a number of things actually. So now is the time to make a choice. So for all of you, there's different things going on, whether it is in your workplace or if it is in your business or, you know, anything like that. But the point is, now is the time to make a choice. Definitely now make the choice. Don't resist moving forward in some way, in whatever way that might be. And I do feel like on some level, you know what, you will not gain any more information before making this choice. So whether you make this choice today or in 3 weeks, it's not going to change the choice you have to make or the information that you have to make this choice with. Because in all honesty, there's something that you need to kind of you have to almost make this choice or this decision without having all of the information available to you for whatever reason. And I'm really getting that because the Three of Cards is kind of like seeing into the future, but it's not seeing into the future with a clarity yet or a certainty. It's seeing into the future with many different possibilities. And particularly in this deck here, for her to jump from these dominoes to these dominoes, she's going to have to trust a bit of a jump there. And I do feel like, look, those look really stable, and that first domino there looks a little bit unstable. And with the Two of Pentacles, again, we have this thing about instability. You know, things aren't certain, but things I'm hearing are not going to be certain, and you're not going to have any more clarity until you make a choice or you make a decision that you need to be making. And even though I can see that immediately after making the choice, there is potentially going to be a little bit more instability, then straight after there's a lot of forward movement. And I do feel like things move quickly. But the image that I'm getting, it's kind of like, if you make this choice, and you need to make this choice, and you need to make this choice sooner rather than later, it's like you're going to jump forward. And you know when you jump onto a pebble and as soon as you land it kind of rocks a little bit, well, you kind of gain your balance. That's exactly what's going to happen. But then as soon as you've gained your balance, the environment is also going to balance to you, and you're quickly going to be able to move forward and jump very quickly. And I'm seeing it as either like you'll get a lot of progression quickly within your job, or you'll get a lot of progression quickly within your business. But it is all about... It is all just about, what would I say? Making the choice quickly, appreciating that it's going to create a little bit of short-term instability while you readjust to the new scenario, situation, or whatever it might be, and the scenario situation also like balances up with you, and then things moving forward are going to be great. But I am really hearing that it is make this choice. I'm just hearing like make the choice, make the choice, make the choice, make the choice, just make the choice. Do it now. Get it done. Nothing changes until you make the choice. And then once you made the choice, you can just quickly adjust, and then boom, you can smash on, go forward, and the direction is going to be, it's going to be super rapid. But let me just see. Let's just get a little bit more info. So what else do you need to know? Make 2 of these. Let's just go with this first of all. So we have Truth and Witness. Oh, and we have 11 and 44. They're interesting numbers. I really like those. So let's have a look. So Truth. and witness. Okay, just give me a minute, because that's pretty abstract. But it's cool, I like abstract, so just give me one minute. Okay, what else do your spirit guides want you to know about your current workplace and business? I'm really getting, again, this theme, it's kind of saying this again, is like, don't pause. Now is not the time to pause. And you know, when you make the choice or the action, don't have a dragging back leg. You need to just fully commit into that direction and just go for it, and do not second think yourself. I'm really hearing strongly, don't second guess yourself, because I'm also hearing that, you know, you are really just at the beginning of a new something, whether it's a new way that you feel, a new way that you think, an actual new job, an actual new business, a new way of doing business, a new position within your company. I don't know what it is, but the point is, it still feels like once you make this choice, you're going to be kind of like at the beginning of something, and there's still quite a long way to go. It's going to be good, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be what you want, but you know, don't stagnate now, and don't half commit. You need to go in fully, because otherwise you're going to be draining some of the energy that you need to be putting into the form of momentum of whatever this new choices that you're making to do with work or whatever it might be. Just don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess yourself. I just get that is so important. I'm particularly with this one. Let me just see what it says. You know, I did kind of feel like this with the moon here. And I know it's so probably cliche for a psychic to turn around to you and say, trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust your... But you know what? That is literally what I'm being told to say to you. Like, you know, I think you do know. I really do feel like you know what it is that you need to do and the choice that you need to make. And I do actually feel like you are ready to make that choice now as well. And so in that case, just do it and get on with it and trust it. Because you know what, there's so much more for you to be doing to do with your business or your work space or your job or whatever it is. Like, you don't want to stay too long in this place of indecision, because it's just gonna... You don't need to, and it's just going to drain some of your energy, which really that could be put into forward momentum, because it does just feel like there's a lot of forward momentum. And I'm getting this feeling too that, you know, the longer that you don't make this choice or this new way of doing something or whatever it might be, the more instability you're actually going to cause yourself. So funny enough, by staying still and stagnant and not making the choice, you're actually going to be compromising the stability that you have within your work environment and within your business, because there's something about staying too long in that place of not making a choice is almost going to be rocking the boat long term, and it's not going to be helpful for you. So again, all of this message just feels like just do the choice, do what you know you needs to do, and just fully commit to it and have no back dragging leg. But just understand that it can cause a little bit of short-term instability when you've made this choice. But equally, is it a choiceless choice? Because if you don't make this choice and you stay in this place of indecision, you're also going to be creating some instability. But that sort of instability I'm hearing is going to be destructive. But the sort of instability that you get short term after making the choice is actually going to be constructive long term. So I feel like that's a big major message that's coming out here. Now, let me just pull a couple more, and then I'll pull a wild card for you guys to see exactly what your intuition is telling you, so that you can make this totally your own. So one sec. And just one more. Let's see. Okay, so, oh, love it. So you have Beyonce, and it says choreography, career moves, I cannot say that word, only you can follow. So make career moves only you can follow, and then create them yourself. Your public image is your private property. Brand your benevolence. Oh, I love this. I really, really like that energy. Right, let's see what else. Lighten up, quarter moon in Leo. Had quite a lot of Leo energy come out in these readings, interestingly. Again, that's very much like following your heart, doing what makes you feel good, doing where you feel special. Also, Beyonce and Leo, you know, it makes a lot of sense because Leo can often be main stage or everybody, all the attention on Leo. I'll come into that in a minute, actually. So I'm getting something on that. Oh, wow. And then we have books. I love these dream cards. They're so random. And then we have, oh, wow, full moon. Interestingly, with a full moon, I'm just like, oh, it's all coming to fruition. Whatever it is that you've been planning and that you want to do is all going to come to fruition, but you do just need to make that choice. It's like it's all here for you. It's all ready to go. I feel like you have spent a lot of time getting very clear about what to do, what not to do, or what you want or what you don't want, or you've analysed the situation a lot. But now it is definitely time just to seal the deal with whatever that is. And again, like, I don't know why I'm getting this as well, but you know, this instability of not making a choice, or not making a choice, which is slowing things down and gonna cause instability. It's actually going to, it's not going to create the image that you want to be creating in the workplace or in your business. And definitely if you're a business person, like, people are going to want you to be the leader and to be decisive and to take action. So again, staying in a place of indecision for too long is not going to be helpful, or not making the choice that needs to be made is not going to be helpful. And equally, if you're an employee, again, I feel like be careful that you're not, I feel like the company or your superiors or whatever, they want to see initiative in how you're responding to whatever's going on. They like that initiative that you have. And so again, if you're not going to take the initiative and you're not going to make the choices that need to be made, it's not going to do your public image any good from their perspective. And I think that's just something to be. And then also, if you're in a situation where you're wanting to make some sort of change to do with workplace or business or whatever, again, I'm hearing that you making that change is going to be really good for your public image long term. It's going to be really, really good. And I do really kind of feel like, it's hard to say, but it just feels like this is an accumulation of something that maybe you've been thinking about for a while, or at least it's a situation that's been developing over a long period of time. And now literally it's coming to fruition with the full moon. And again, with the books thing here, you know, it's just that you don't, there's nothing more to be gained by not making the choice. I really feel like I'm saying this over and over again because it just feels like that clear. So wait, let's just hear, what do you need to hear so that you can feel better about making whatever choice it is? That's what I want to get now. So let's see. Let's pull. So one more. So what do you most need to hear so you will feel ready and better to make the choice now? Let's see what you get. Oh, cute. So we have 10 of emotions, so emotional fulfillment. And 6 of emotions. Oh, wow. So it is really about an emotional thing. It's really interesting because another one of the cards, or another one of the piles also had this real thing about, even though we're talking about career, we're talking about masculine energy, we're talking about business, work, employees, all of this kind of thing. Actually, when it came down to the core, it was very much an emotional thing that now needed to be checked and sorted. And this is obviously really coming out with this again, with the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups, both actually beautiful energies to have in a love reading, interestingly enough. And also obviously we've got the Leo card here. So I do really feel like what your guides want you to know is that will help you feel more comfortable to make whatever this choice is, that you need to get back to the feelings that you had when you were in a good place to do with your business, your workplace, your colleagues, your employees, whatever it is. You need to just reminisce on that with the 6 of Cups, because the 6 of Cups is very much a reminiscent card, and it is really in this picture and in the setup of how things are showing itself at the moment. So you really need to reminisce about that, and I think you need to tap into that energy and that emotion, and that energy and that emotion will tell you what it is that you need to feel like that again in your workspace. And I feel like when you start tapping into that, okay, yes, so maybe what I need is, I don't know, business owner, it's like, or entrepreneur or whatever, it's like, you know what, I feel alive when I am actually creating something new. I feel alive when I'm creating something new. So, okay, so I need to bring a slight something new into the business, because that's going to help me build my energy and momentum and help me make whatever choice I need to make. Or if you're somebody that's like an employee for somebody, again, you want to think back to when you feel best in the working environment. Do you like working as a team? Do you like working solo? Do you like working from home? Do you like working in the office? Do you whatever it might be? I think just get really clear about, realize when you felt most happiest at work, and then work out why that was, and then recognize with the choice that you're going to make that is going to bring that to you. Because I do feel like the choice that you guys need to make and are thinking of making, it is going to bring you a huge amount of emotional fulfillment. But first of all, to be conscious in that way, it's really useful to work out what it is that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled at work, and then be very clear on that, and then just double check that making this choice is going to bring that to you. And I'm hearing for like literally basically all of you that choice will, but it's just you recognizing that it will helps you then make that choice. So that's kind of what I'm getting with all of that. Now, let me just pull one more card for you guys to interpret yourself. I think as well with this one here, because I keep getting pulled to this Beyonce one, brand your benevolence. I feel with whatever choice you're going to make, or however you're going about things, you can do this in a soft, nurturing way. You can do this in a way that is just great for everybody, basically. So it's like bringing in that kind of like compassion and empathy into the situation or scenario, both for yourself and whoever or whatever else is involved. I also think you getting into a soft space before you make that actual choice and action that choice is also going to be super, super beneficial for you in the long term, because how you start something is the background base to how it goes on long term. And I feel like this is just a really important thing for you to know, that you can be strong, but you can be soft as well. I think this is really important. And there's also this thing about career moves that only you can follow. I do really feel like it's recognizing the uniqueness that you bring to the business, to your workspace, or whatever it is. I think that for some reason is important, particularly with the last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. I think just be very, very aware of like all of the amazing badass things that you bring either to your business or to the workspace or to your employees or to your colleagues or something like that. And I think also recognize that actually quite a few people do notice you and do look up to you in some way, whether you are the business owner or whether you are like an employee. It really doesn't matter. All I know is I do see quite a lot of people watch you and are interested by you and the choices and how you do things at work. I feel like you're quite magnetic in that way. That's it, I'm getting you quite magnetic. And again, this is why I think if you stay stagnant in something that you're not feeling quite so good about for too long, it will drain your energy, and you're gonna lose some of that mystique and magnetism that people currently have about you at work because of how you usually go about stuff. So basically being assertive is so, so good for you. Anyway, sorry, let me just pull one for you just to interpret yourself. Oh, cool. Love the pictures on these cards. So pause the video if you need to. And yeah, I hope that gave you some insight, and I look forward to reading again for you soon. Bye.